But yeah, let's jump into the first segment, which is the question of the week.
Can you speak bocce?
Of course I can, sir. It's like a second language to me. I'm a
All right,
spirit.
shut up. I'll take this.
Shut up, sir.
Luke!
The question of the week is, if budget wasn't an issue, who would you cast as the lead of your own Star Wars fan film? Or not fan film, but just film. Fan film too, depending on what it is. But yeah, we'd like to hear from you. We'd like to know, okay? I've given this a little bit of thought. Not a ton. I should have given it some more thought, honestly. Ooh, it's kind of challenging.
It's a tough
for
one.
a lead. Like, when you think of like a leading character or actor, it's got to be somebody who's got gravitas, but also can encapsulate. We should probably specify dead or alive. Is that what people are saying?
No questions yet.
No questions yet when it comes to that.
But the lead of your own, like, this is a Star Wars film about me?
No.
Just my
Just
created film about whatever I
about
choose.
whatever you choose.
Okay.
But who would you cast in that? So it could be about whatever. But who would you want to be the lead? Although story does play kind of an. But anyway, either way, who you think would be a great lead in your own Star Wars?
Yeah. So I think dead or alive. I don't know.
You want to go dead or alive? I don't know. That throws out a lot of stuff. Let's keep it alive, I think, for now. And then if some people want to throw in dead options.
That sounds horrible.
That does sound horrible. There's some great actors that have passed away.
Yeah.
And recently that in their prime, I think, would be absolutely amazing.
Yeah, definitely.
Let's see here. Who would I cast? You know what's coming up straight away in my mind is Benedict Cumberbatch.
Oh, nice.
I just feel like given the right role, I mean, honestly, if they did, I always go back to it, but if they did the Heir to the Empire, if they did Heir to the Empire, I think that would be awesome if they cast him as Thrawn, obviously, as a younger Thrawn. Now, if I was making a fan film, if I was making a film, I would be making Heir to the Empire, and I would cast Benedict Cumberbatch as Thrawn. Like, obviously, it makes perfect sense to me. It's perfect casting in my opinion, and I think he would knock it out of the park. And then, if I were to continue on that line, I would go with Sebastian Stan as Luke. I'd get Alden Ehrenreich as Han Solo. I'd get what's her name's daughter? I just lost it. I always lose it live. Of course. I forget it.
Yeah,
but Leia's daughter.
Yeah. The chat will get it.
They'll let me know. Yeah, you guys will let me know. Her daughter in real life, and then I would go with Donald Glover as Lando. I mean, it would be
Billy Lord.
Billy Lord. Thank you. Yeah, Billy Lord. As Leia, and I would just follow right along with that, and that's what I would make. I would do it as close to the book series as possible, and I think he'd be like kind of my leading man with Sebastian Stan. Obviously, there's a lot of lead characters in that film. You could even get who's the guy? Warwick Davis. I would get Warwick Davis back to either voice, because I think he was the one who voiced Rook in the Rebels.
Oh.
And I'd love to have him back in some capacity because he's a staple in Star Wars. So, all right. Well, that's kind of my pick when it comes to Star Wars lead for what I'd want to do with a film. So, what about you, fact checker?
Oh, this is tough. I did have someone, but they passed away a few years ago, so I can't.
So you're going the dead option.
Well, no.
I do live option, and I want to hear that
I'll
option.
Stick alive.
I want to hear that.
So for, it's so hard. There's so many options. Man, it's really hard to narrow it down. But I think I would say, Keanu Reeves, because I've heard good things about him in real life. Like, he's a good guy.
Oh, yeah.
He's a great actor, good with action. And I think he would be a welcome addition to the Star Wars universe.
Definitely. I think it'd be amazing. Do you know what role you'd want to put him in, or what kind of?
I don't have a story.
I could give you an
okay.
One of the options. One of the big ones online is that they want him to play Revan.
Oh, okay,
Revan is a
nice.
very interesting character in the Old Republic, which is
Okay.
far removed from a lot that's going on. But they'd have to stick very close to the story, I think, to get it right. But he could do a fantastic job as Revan. Although I will, as much as I love Keanu, he's very much more action based. I feel like than he is like large swaths of acting when it comes to depth of like highs and lows of like deep sorrow versus like very high highs. Like, because if you play that role, you have to have some acting range, I think, there. And that would be, I don't think it would be difficult. Obviously, if there's a lot of action, he'd do a great job too, and he looks very like he could fit in. So,
Well,
sorry.
yeah, because don't we like action in Star Wars?
We definitely do. Yeah,
But no,
no.
you still have to act. I mean, have serious moments, but he does have serious stuff in all of his shows. I don't know.
No, he
That's my
definitely
pick.
does.
I'm sticking with it.
He's good with weight. No, I definitely like the choice. I think whatever you give
nice.
him. I think that's one of the best like leading men though when it comes to a lot of Star Wars at this point anyway. Or not Star Wars, but it's in general. I mean, he pulls a crowd now. I mean, you look at John Wick and all that stuff that he's been doing.
Yeah.
And he's just so likable, like you're saying. So
Yeah, definitely. I know.
Yeah.
I feel like I'm always seeing the memes of him on the subway, or just he blends right in
Right.
with normal people, and that's pretty cool.
yeah, that's one thing. He's always been very grounded. And I believe his name, Keanu, is Hawaiian and it means something with like going with the wind or something like
Oh,
that.
that's awesome.
We should probably fact check that. I don't want to spread misinformation. But it was something cool like that. And it's just kind of fits his MO. He's just such a cool guy. And even for like The Matrix, he gave like a lot of the money he made from The Matrix to his stunt team.
Yeah.
He's like done some incredible stuff. Keanu is an amazing human being.
Yeah,
So.
definitely. Well, my dead option.
Yeah, what's your dead
if
option?
You want me to say that? The first thing that came to my mind, and I don't know exactly why or what role, but Sean Connery.
I was thinking the same
Oh,
thing.
really? Okay, yeah.
Honestly.
He would be awesome in this.
That's crazy.
At any age. Just, I want the accent again.
I know.
I
Sean
miss that.
Connery.
I mean,
I can't even do it very
It's
good.
perfect for, Star Wars when they usually have a lot of British accents or British
Oh,
actors.
yeah.
So
Would it be good guy or villain?
I would want good guy. I don't like it when he was a bad guy.
You don't like when he was a bad guy.
No.
Okay.
It's too good.
I think he could play both very well.
Yeah.
But I was actually, it's funny. He's
is
definitely
funny.
one that came to mind, and I do really think that would be a great option.
The Loki
And then what was-
character would be a good. What's his name? They played Loki.
Oh yeah. Oh, Tom Hiddleston.
Yes,
Tom Hiddleston.
He would
could-
be a good bad guy.
He'd be a good bad guy, but he'd be a really good guy too, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Or he would actually play like almost like a perfect smuggler / pirate or maybe even bounty hunter that just like is goofy or not goofy, but like plays the in between. I mean, that's like Loki's character in a lot of ways. He plays both sides. So
Yes, yeah,
and he's just
very
looking
true.
out for himself, which
Yeah.
would be a perfect smuggler or
Yeah.
something like that. Who's more in the middle, a little bit more ambiguous. Maybe you don't even know what he's about. That would be a very intriguing character, Tom Hiddleston.
Definitely.
Joaquin Phoenix, though, going back to who said that?
Luke said
Luke
that.
said that. Joaquin Phoenix, amazing actor. I mean,
Yeah.
you watch him in Gladiator. He's a disturbed individual, at least on screen. It feels. I don't know if
He
in real
can
life
portray that.
he can
Hopefully
portray that
he's sane
really
in
well,
real life.
which could be a great like person going to the dark side. He would play a really compelling villain that fell from grace, maybe was a Jedi, but was like going insane or something was off. He could almost play a, oh shoot, what's his name? The guy who actually makes the clone army. I just had it. It's gone. Sifo Dyas. He could
nice.
play. I think he would play a really good Sifo Dyas because how they play him in certain other idioms is he's kind of going mad like Sifo Dyas is. So I think that would be a really good one. But Joaquin, you give him any role with a good script, and he's going to bring magic in some ways. Disturbed magic, mind you, but magic nonetheless.
Yeah. A few people said Natalie Portman. She
Yeah.
was really good.
We were talking about that a few weeks ago. And
She's already in Star Wars.
yeah,
So would
she's-
you cast her as a different role?
That
That
could-
would be tough.
I don't know. I might almost leave that more up to her in some ways. Just because I don't know. What would she want to do? Would she want to come back to that character as Padme? I thought if they brought her back, what we talked about a few weeks ago was you could really bring her back and do what they did in Ahsoka and have her be like a live action Clone Wars arc and bring her in with some mission that maybe her and Ahsoka do together. But it's based off Clone Wars because there's some Clone Wars episodes where they're working together, and I think that could be really intriguing and really interesting. And it'd be cool to have her back. It'd be nostalgic, but give her something fresh to do as well. Then you could even bring in Hayden again. You could get the trifecta going on. Sure. Dan is back. Baby.
I am physically here and mentally almost here, but I'm so excited to see you guys and hear about all of you wonderful people's opinions on who you would cast. I walked in when you were talking about Rebecca Ferguson. I was like, that'd be an amazing cast in Star Wars. She's just a killer actress. And anyway, I don't know. It's a good time. Yeah, I mean, this is fun to cast your own fan film or your own film.
Yeah.
I would not cast myself, but I would hire myself to do the music.
Oh, nice.
Yeah,
that
definitely.
Would be fun.
Do you have any? Well, let's throw the question back to you, Dan, if you want to answer this one.
Who would I put in a film?
Yeah, if budget wasn't an issue, who would you cast as the lead of your own Star Wars film?
Because my style of movie is like,
dark,
fancy. Like I want like Scorsese.
1917.
Yeah, I want high caliber. So it'd have to be somebody really expensive.
Or Oppenheimer.
Yeah, like Oppenheimer. I love like Nolan films. Just the cinematography.
Yeah,
like an actor that you can tell you everything that you need to know in that scene, but they don't have to say a word.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of actors. I mean, that's what they're all trained to do. But I don't know. I mean, you guys had some great ones out there.
Well, what if I threw out one for you?
I'm sorry.
No, go ahead.
I like Joaquin Phoenix.
Yeah.
He's an example of a guy. He's a little loopy.
Okay. I thought you were setting us up to like destroy us.
Like it was the wrong answer earlier. No.
Did you guys say Joaquin Phoenix?
They did. Yeah.
Okay. See,
did,
then we're on the same page because it's an actor that can tell you so much without having to say a word. But there's a million of them. I like Cumberbatch too. He's a solid actor.
Yeah, that's what I kind of went with.
Okay.
With the Heir to the Empire, that's what I do. That just straight from the books, but him be Thrawn. So, but go ahead. Yeah. So you like Joaquin?
Yeah. Basically anybody that's won an Oscar for Best Actor. Just go down the list.
Wow.
It's
a big list.
It's a big list, but it's only one a year. So
that's true.
Would you put Joaquin in a like gritty like war movie? But in Star Wars?
I think I would totally do that.
Like boots on the ground?
I would love to see Joaquin in that sort of a movie. I haven't seen. Have you guys seen the movie with him, Napoleon?
I haven't seen that yet.
I've heard it's really good. I heard it's not as good as maybe some people had expected, like overall.
Yeah, I heard it was kind of not as good. I
don't know if I want Napoleon. I don't want if I want him in like an action movie. To find that actor that can, like Adrian Brody. Did anybody say Adrian Brody?
No. Nobody said Adrian Brody, but he is a fantastic
The Pianist,
actor.
that movie, it's like he's on the run, but just make that like...
that one.
Yeah, it's World War II, but make that like, it's intense. Make that like he's getting away from the Empire. In that movie, he's a pianist and he's getting away from, the Nazis. Yeah. So you could put that in some planet and the Empire's after him because he's a Jedi. Right. But he hasn't been trained yet, so he's only got so many skills, and he's basically just on the run, and maybe at the end he is able to push him.
That would be a great take, yeah. But end it more hopeful than probably what happened. I don't know what happened.
No, I think it's based on a true story.
Okay.
But I like those. I like that kind of stuff. So that's the only thing I can think of right now. But
I think with Joaquin, what I was kind of thinking was maybe like a Jedi falling from grace going into the dark side, but it's like messing him up. So like you could do like semi-war movie with Joaquin. Like because he's fighting in the Clone Wars or something like that, and that he's being disillusioned or some other force is kind of tapping in. He's losing it a little bit, but he's still fighting here and there. But it's more like a suspense.
You know who I would want him to be though?
Yeah, who?
I would want him to be like an Agent Callus type.
Oh, okay. So more working for like the Empire,
right? But troubled. You know what I'm saying? Like the way that they do Callus. And how he starts to turn.
He would play a good
like even
Callus.
At this point, now he's for the rebellion. Thank goodness he's on the right side. But some character like that's starts off in the Empire, does some horrible things. Maybe I don't want not that horrible. I don't want the good guys to get beat up.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But somebody that's super conflicted. I'd rather see that than the opposite of Joker, where he's good and he goes bad.
Yeah, although he
Yeah.
plays that so well. That's
Yeah,
the
he
only
does.
thing. I feel like he plays going into madness better than he does. But it would be a good change of pace for him, maybe, to go from madness to like good.
Sanity.
I want him to-
like bringing himself. Maybe be lethargic for him.
Yeah, lethargic. You mean?
Oh yeah, sorry.
Yeah, but no, I think
can say words.
I want him to be. I want him to end up good, but I don't want him to lose the craziness. You know what I'm saying? Like I want him to
Yeah.
be
Still have a
for
hint
the
of it.
rebellion, but still have that little like we still don't know if he's all there. But
Yeah.
anyway, I just added
Elements.
another 10 minutes to that question that
No,
was already
you're good.
done.
We wanted to get your take. Thanks for jumping in there, homie. Man, there was a lot of good stuff. Mel Gibson as a commander of some freedom fighter group. Heck yeah, dude. If you saw what's that movie with Mel Gibson when they're in like Vietnam? I think it's Vietnam and they're like totally trapped. That's an amazing film, and I think that's what Hunter's pulling from. Definitely that would be amazing. But yeah.
Actually, now that you reminded me of that,
I think is it a few good? No, what is the name of that movie? I just lost it. Anyway, let me know.
anyway, Jim Caviezel
Yes.
Yeah.
in
that
Star
would be
Wars,
good.
just he can
We
do
Were
anything,
Soldiers.
right?
Oh, dude. Yeah, we were soldiers.
We Were
That's what it
Soldiers,
is.
yeah.
Yeah, it's an amazing movie. Not for kids, but
Yep. And did I hear that? Hunter said that they did my boy Napoleon dirty. So is
Yeah.
he's saying they screwed it up,
I think
Or-
he's saying he's
or
Napoleon.
he's saying that he likes Napoleon so much that he's got a Napoleon complex.
Maybe. Oh, whoa! Shots
I
fired.
don't know.
No,
he said they did my
just-
boy Napoleon dirty. I don't know what it means. Please explain.
Right.
I need to know.
Yeah, Jim Caviezel will be an amazing one though too, like you were saying. Oh,
Count of
man.
Monte Cristo
Count
in
of Monte
Star
Cristo,
Wars.
that is
where he's
such a
got to
good
get his
movie.
revenge against somebody. I don't know.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. But then he's got to choose at the end to do the right thing. Oh, that would be really good, dude. That would be super good. Wow. Yeah. You just got my mind. We just got my mind racing on like 10 different movies, possible Star Wars movies. I could like blow everything else out of the water. There's so many good examples. That's the crazy thing about Star Wars. Like you could take all of these things and make any of them, and they would be better than anything that Disney Star Wars has come out with. Yeah, it drives me crazy.
That's 100% true.
Yeah.